Hello, I'm John Eagles, a retired psychiatrist who has been involved in developing the Temple V program. This short webinar is about mindful eating. Mindful eating is an offshoot of mindfulness, and mindfulness itself, in turn, basically springs from Buddhism. It has been developing since the 1970s as an adjunct to a happier life and has been used to combat stress, anxiety, anger, and depression. One of the central themes of mindfulness is that we should try to live in the moment without concerns about the past or the future. Mindfulness involves developing more awareness about our environment, our bodily sensations, and our feelings. And once we become more aware of these things, even if they seem to be negative, we do our best to accept them in an open and non-judgmental way. Far from practicing mindfulness, many people who are overweight engage in mindless eating. As in other areas of our lives, the decisions we make about what to eat and where are often made very rapidly and subconsciously. And these decisions about eating are often not based on internal cues about eating, but on external ones, such as the time of day, a suggestion from someone else, or even the end of a TV program. There is little focus on hunger to initiate eating, or on fullness, satiety, to let us know when to stop. And there are distractions, such as computers, TVs, and phones, while we were eating, making it much more difficult to focus on the food itself or the act of eating. So, mindful eating seeks to look at and correct these tendencies towards mindless eating. The first thing is to focus on how we are feeling both physically and mentally, to appraise these feelings, acknowledge them, and calmly accept them. We should ask ourselves, do we actually feel hungry? If not, do I feel like eating to combat boredom, stress, loneliness, irritation, or anxiety? You must slow down and allow yourself to make conscious choices. The theory is that you do not try to suppress food cravings, but that you experience them and accept them non-judgmentally. You can slow down when you feel like eating by routinely hitting the pause button, or even by taking a 3-minute breathing space to investigate what you are thinking and feeling. When you do eat, the goal is to eat slowly with no distractions and to focus all your attention on the actual process of eating and tasting your food. These are things that are said to be helpful if you are trying to eat mindfully. Perhaps sitting down is obvious, but some people graze on food while standing up, or eat in a rush as they leave for work, or eat whilst cooking the children's tea. You need to try to minimize distractions. Some people even advocate eating in silence. Take small amounts of food at a time, chew very thoroughly, and focus your attention on the textures and flavours in your mouth. If you feel full, and you should monitor this as you go along, you should stop eating. So it may help to not put too much on your plate initially, or by making sure you eat from a smaller plate. It should be emphasised that there is no good evidence that mindful eating on its own will help an overweight person to slim down. Perhaps obviously, if you eat the same amount mindfully as you eat mindlessly, then your weight won't change. The idea is that mindful eating will help you to stick with the good eating habits that you will continue to develop during the Temple V program, and not to sabotage your efforts through mindless eating. So, in summary, Becoming aware of your feelings, both physically and mentally, and accepting these feelings uncritically is something of a first step. Focus all of your attention on eating while you are doing it. Slow down and remain aware of feelings of hunger and feelings of fullness. And make slow, conscious decisions about what you eat and when you eat. Thank you.